Let's start with a good stretch then. We'll start from top to bottom today. So let's start with the head. And I'm actually going to have you start with an exercise where you reach behind and you hold on behind your head and your ears. And you're just going to feel like you can pull, almost like you could pull the head up off of the spine. And you can close your eyes, breathe if you want to, but just this is a time to come into the body. And as you're pulling, ground down through your feet. And take another deep breath in, fill up through the lungs. Good. And then just release. Let the head drop to one side. You'll hang over it. Feel free to close the eyes if you want to, and you're just, again, taking a little pull, just the gravity. And then as you release, just lift the head back up, and we'll go to the other side. We're going to do some toning to start with today. If you have lighter weights, grab them. All right, let's take shoulder rolls up and back. So just starting nice and simple. Good. And this next one, you're going to take it back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and just hold it for a minute. And then feel like you can draw the shoulder blades down the back, and then release. We'll do it one more time. So you roll the shoulders up, you squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then you feel like you can draw the shoulder blades down the back. It's going to drop down, and then you release. And then we'll take a few shoulder rolls forward just to shake that out. Okay. Nice. And we're going to get into some twisting. So arms are out, and you're just twisting right and left. If you have enough space. Good. Side to side. And we'll take the twisting into reaching up overhead, right and left. So just straight into it. Reach right and left. Right. Good. 4 more. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then taking full body circles. So reach to the side, circle all the way down. Reach to the other side and circle all the way up. And then you switch. You just reach to the side. So circle down, reach, and up. We'll do that one more time each side. Feel like you can make a lot of space with the reach, like you're reaching to a corner. And other side, big reach. Up and around. And up. Good. Nice. Let's take it into some squats. So nice 15 squats, just down and up, getting the blood flow. Starting to warm up. 4, take your weight backwards, knees right over your toes. 6, good. 8, 9, and 10. 15, or you might be on a different number than me. Good. Keep it breathing, nice and strong. Do your 15 squats. We're going to go into we're going to move all the way down to legs. So lift up your heels, bend your knees, and set your feet down. So you're up, bend the knees, heels down. Up, bend the knees, heels down. Good. 5 more. Bend the knees, heels down, a little bit of balance on the toes. Bend the knees, heels down, great. And 1 more. Up, bend the knees, and down. Good. Awesome. Last thing was stretch it all the way over. Stretch your hamstrings, reach behind, see if you can grab onto your heels or maybe even put your hands on the ground and drop your head. Fold in half as much as you can. Good. And then take it all the way to the ground. So we're going to start with toning of the abs, move into some arm and butt toning. But let's warm up the abs first. So we're going to start with some lower abdominals. You've got your knees up and you're going to drop your head to come all the way down. You're taking your right leg out, then your left leg out. So right, you exhale, pull navel to spine, and take your lower back to the ground. And then left. You can bend your knees more or less than mine, like it could be here. But just make sure you're reaching out, you're not reaching straight down. Great, so you've got 20, that's 10 each leg. We'll really focus on the breath. Pulling your navel in as you go up. Good, yeah. Starting to get into the lower core. As you pull the knee back to the other knee, try to flatten your back on the ground. So as you pull knee back to the other knee, we try to flatten the back on the ground. Good. So 10 each leg. Pulling navel to spine. Awesome. Good. Take a stretch. We're going into tailbone lifts. So hands can go underneath the tailbone or out to the side, whatever works for you. And you're just scooping your core up and lifting your tailbone up. And it goes out at about 80 degrees. So reach up and then let it go out. It's a big exhale all the way to the up. So exhale, 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 up. When the pelvis comes back down, you inhale it out. Big exhale and inhale it out. Good. And exhaling and down. Good. Nice. So you're doing 20 of these. If I didn't say that, I think I got distracted. You're going to start to feel it a lot in your lower core. We're starting with the lower core. We're going to work up through the upper core and into some arm stuff. Good. Nice. Do 20 of those. We're going to take a moment after. And what you're moving into next is still lower abdominals, but this is like side to side. Try kind of this rocking. So your right to your left butt cheek, to your right. So you don't have to drop a lot, but keep the knees over the hips. So don't bring the knees to the chest. Your right, rock, and left. And let's do 30 of these total. So you end up going to one side 15 times. So each time you go to a side, it counts as one. So it'd be 1, right, 2, left, 3, right, 4, and so on. So to the butt cheek and back. Yeah, so it's not going to fall very far. And you're trying to just control with this transverse low band of abs to pull right through to the other side. So that's the idea of the rocking. Just control, control, pull, stop. Control, control, pull, stop. These are great abs if you play like twisting sports ever, like tennis or golf or, stuff like that where you really need that quick, that swing. Just FYI. A lot of sports have twisting in it, but those are very specific twisting with a swing. Good. So 30 of these. Really strong lower abs to start with today. The great news is you get to lay down and put your feet up. Awesome. We're going to finish with, I'm just going to tell you, with our lower ab exercise, a dead bug. So knees are bent 90 degrees, arms are up. If you can, tuck your chin and get your head up. It's going to make it even harder. Left arm and left leg go out. You exhale, you bring it back in. Do 10 one side, and then you switch, and you do 10 the other. You don't have to lift your head up. It just makes it a little bit harder. So after you're done side to side, go straight into the dead bugs. 10 one side and 10 the other. And exhale. If you need to let your head rest in between, if you're starting to feel it in your neck, you can. If you do feel it in your neck, just put the head down. Keep doing the arm and the leg, because a dead bug really is about this reach apart and come back together stability. Good. Awesome. So when you're done, let's just take an ab stretch. Bridge is a great thing to do. It also stretches your hip flexors, which get a little bit used in the dead bug. And grab your weights. We're going to turn it over. So you only need one weight at the beginning, but you're in a plank position. And you've got one weight in one hand. You've got 10 each side, and what it is you pull the elbow back. You set the arm down, you take the arm in front of you, you put it back. You pull the elbow, the arm goes forward, it goes in front of you. You do 10 each side. So 10 is elbow back, arm forward. That counts as one. You're on a one-legged plank. And then, one-handed plank, not one-legged. Feel free to go one leg if you want to, and then you're going to just switch to the other side. So that's why I said light weights, because you don't want to get this into your neck. I mean, feel free to use what works for you, but if you start to feel like you're really straining in your neck, pulling, just don't use a weight. You can do this no weight. Basically, it's the in front that you don't want to strain your neck. The row is probably going to be easier because this is more distal. Palm can face down when you reach out, or it can face into the center. Good. Keep it breathing. Yeah, that's a good. It's a hard one on the on both, on the standing arm and on the other arm. It's a sneaky way of putting in one arm planks. Trying to just lift it in front of you, not swing too much. Feel your deltoid, lift it up. Keep your abs nice and tight. Good. You want to stretch the wrist after you've done both sides. You know, you can do this as a wrist stretch. It's a great one. It's also forearm. So if you're on a mouse a lot, it's really great to do this forearm stretch too. Where your fingertips face your knees, your palms are on the ground, and you lean backwards. Nice little wrist stretch there. Good. Grab both of the weights, and we're coming up to standing. And we've got some arm stuff with weights. Now, if the weights are too much, again, if you have higher than 3s, this might be too much. So do this without. We're going to start with the arms facing straight out, and palms are down. You're going up and down, just about 2 inches. 30 seconds. Ready? And go. Up, down, up, down. Good. Great. Keep it up. I have to make my clock bigger because I can't see it far away. You got it. Keep it up. You've got 10, 9, yes, 8, 7, beautiful, 6, 5, that's it, 4, 3, 2. Now don't put it down, just hold it here. Hold it, good. Whoo! Just keep holding. There, you got it. Good, 10, 9, awesome, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can put it down for a moment. We're going to turn the palms to face out just like this, and you're lifting it back up. So, but the palms are facing as much as they can behind you. That doesn't have to be a lot, but just think of it external. And you're going to lift up and down right here for 30 seconds. Up and down. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Good. Good. Even because we're internally rotating, you still want to make sure that your wrists are straight. So sometimes there's a tendency to internally rotate a wrist, but you don't want to do that. You want to just internally rotate the arm and let the wrist go wherever they go when the arm internally rotates. Good. Keep it up. You have 5 more seconds, and then we'll hold it. Awesome. So hold it right here for 10, 9, 8. You got it. 7, 6, perfect. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take a breather. Let it go. Awesome. Great. We're going to work on some anterior and posterior delts. So let's start first with in front of us. So arms are right here in front of you. Palms face down. All you do is you switch to palms face up. Same spot almost. It just goes a little bit below. So we're going to do that. It's longer. It's 45 seconds. Arms right in front of you. Core is strong. Let's go. And go. So up and down. Just like you're in your plank, you're doing it up and down. Yeah. If the weights are too heavy, feel free to just do no weights. Yeah. Good. Keep it up. So this one's a little bit longer. It's 45 seconds. The thing that's so important is that your core stays strong. So no leaning back into your back. Keep your ribs close. Core is nice and strong. Great. Keep it going. Good. You're so close. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, Hold it here with your palms down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Arms go behind you now. So what this is, lean over and see if you can hinge flat back. Your palms go face you, face up, face you, face up. It's a new one. Ready? Go! I'm going to get close so you can see that. We're just working the rotation in a posterior delt position. Whew! It's really not easy even with 3 pounds. Good. In and up. Awesome. Keep it up. Good. Keep it up high. The higher you go, the harder it is because of gravity. You're so close. You have 10 seconds. Four, 3, 2. Now leave it with your palms up behind you right here. Hold it up. Hold it high. Make it burn for 10, 9, good, 8, 7, you got it, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. You can put the weights down for a moment. We're coming right back into a forearm plank. So you're in a forearm plank right here. You're taking up your legs right and left, right and left. You've got 20 total. That's 10 each leg. You could do it as fast as you want or as slow as you want. Just go. Good. Toning does make you sweat. Good. So you want to squeeze the arms. So you're still squeezing in the triceps even when you're in a forearm plank. Your shoulders are in line with your wrist and you're feeling this squeezing in. Awesome. Good. So 20 leg lifts there. And after that, we're going into what I call turbo dog triceps. So I'm going to show you on the board because it's easier for me to balance. So that's elbows go down from that forearm plank, but your pelvis is still up to straight up. It's not a plank. So I'm in kind of what's like a modified downward dog. And then my elbows go down. They're underneath my shoulders, and then they just push back up. If it's too much to do it on totally hands, put the knees down and do elbows down and up. But notice that there's a diagonal, so I'm not in a full plank. Let's go, 20, go, down and up, just like that, yeah. These are really great for your triceps, and the reason they are is you have to squeeze your arms in. So there's no bending out. You have to squeeze the arms in to get the elbows down. If not, then they'll kind of end up out here. So squeeze, elbows come down, straight in line with wrists. That's the idea. Lengthening in your wrist. They don't have to touch the ground, but touching the ground is your ideal. It is the most challenging. Mine come a little bit off the ground. They're like an inch. Wrist stays straight out, so really watch your wrist. Make sure there's no turning in or out with your hands. It's going to keep your shoulder alignment proper if your wrists are proper. You've got 20. These aren't hard. Good. You can always do them on your knees. Awesome. Good. And we're going to turn it over and finish with the arms and abs and then get into some legs. Grab your weights and carry them with you. Have one weight, you don't need both. This is getting a little bit more into your upper abs. Bend your knees. You circle, right? You don't have a weight, you can always clap. You're going to circle 10 times one way and circle 10 times the other. Try not to put the weight down. Go. It's okay if you're ahead or behind me. I'm just going to keep moving through it, but you just catch up with me. So keep drawing your navel in. Every time you exhale, draw navel in, draw navel in. It's going to help to keep engaging the core. If this gives you any pain in your lower back, you don't pick the feet up. And you're just going to take your hands behind your head and do tiny circles. So that's if you have pain in your lower back. That's going to be the lower back solution. And that's pain in your lower back is like a sharp, intense pain. Sometimes we get a dulling pain. That's okay. But you don't have like a sharp, intense, or like continuously getting stronger and stronger pain while you're doing core. Awesome. Great, let's move into some legs and then you're gonna be done. All right, your feet are on the ground, your pelvis is up. You shift your weight all the way into your right hip, you drop your left leg. We start by lifting the pelvis, up and down, up and down. You've got 20 one side, 20 is the magic number right now, and then 20 the other. So this is the kind of confusing one. You're up, you shift your weight, so that means you lift your hip. The other hip, therefore, goes dropping down. What's lifting is the pelvis. So you're using the glute. It's not the straight leg that's lifting. The head stays on the floor. So I'll show it the other way, too. So shift into this hip, so the hip goes up. There's a diagonal in your hips. And then you're going up and down. It's really intense on your hamstring and glute. I love it because it's really effective. Good. $20 on each side, 20 bridges. Awesome, looking good. Yeah. Okay. Nice intense bridge glute toning. So we don't have blocks. If anyone doesn't have blocks, try and do some bridges that are more intense. Good. So when you're done, you can come down and take a breather. I'm just going to give you what's next. You're in a bridge. You stay in a normal bridge where your hips are up, and you extend your right leg out, and you bring it back in. Heel stays towards the floor. So out and in. Sometimes this is done with sliders, but since I don't know if everybody has sliders, if you had socks, you can kind of like put your heel on the floor. So you do 25 on one side, and then you shift your weight, and you do 25 on the other. So think about if there was something really close to the floor, like a sock or a slider, and you're sliding it to pull it in. Your core stays nice and tight. So what this is really going to work a lot is your standing glute. And then it might work your hamstring of the other leg, depending on how much hamstring work it is for you to pull it back in. Good. I also really feel it in my core, which you might also too. So you've got 25 on one leg, and you can just switch if you feel like your back can take it to the other side. Really feel like you're dragging something in, especially if you have your heel like it's dragging something. That's what's going to activate the hamstring of the other leg. It's not always that easy if there's nothing there, but use your imagination. Good. Keep it up, keep it going. Good. Good. And when you're done, your choice of what you want to stretch, but you might want to stretch your hamstrings, glutes, maybe your arms, maybe your legs. And that's it for the toning. Just do a stretch, maybe do one of my stretches, whatever you want. Thank you so much. Bye.